Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for another video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling page, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, find me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and share this video all over the internet, and tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And you can stay in the loop and you know when my videos are up and running, and you'll be the first one to watch. That's all I gotta say about that. That's that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday night, April the 24th, 2020, it is time for your late and out-of-date NXT review for April the 22nd, 2020 from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. All right, so another NXT in the books, and we were supposed to have the Velveteen Dream, Patrick Clark, taking on Finn Balor, as both guys are kind of gunning for Adam Cole, baby, and that NXT World Championship. So we're gonna see them in action and maybe see who becomes the official #1 contender to Adam Cole, baby's championship. We'll see that. And we had a couple other matches on the show. And the ratings are out. And, well, if you thought NXT was going to win for a third week in a row, you were wrong. As AEW won with about 730,000 views, somewhere around there. And NXT had 655,000 views. So AEW gets back on track, as they put on a pretty good show. Not to say NXT Wednesday night was bad. It was just kind of meh. It was what it was. The main event was kind of all screwed up, but it served its purpose in a couple of storylines. But that's that. But AEW is back in the win column. They have, they only lost, I think, a couple weeks. Not a lot, but I think they lost maybe 5 or 6 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks out of the whole time that they've been doing this ratings war since early October, or up to now, getting close to 1 year. So 1 year since this war started. And AEW's actually is now referred to as an essential business. So they're going to be doing some more. They're going to be doing some live shows. Not right away, because I believe they taped everything up until Double or Nothing. So after Double or Nothing, we're going to see some live shows from AEW. So that should be nice as they gear up to probably their next pay-per-view, which will probably be All Out 3 in August or September. So we'll see what happens with that. But AEW picks up the win, and that's that. All right, let's get into NXT from Wednesday night, and it was a pretty good show. It starts off with a highlight reel from last week where we saw the Velveteen Dream and Finn Balor have an altercation and claim they're the #1 contender to Adam Cole, baby's championship. And we also had some other things happening on there. So we start off with the referees in Finn Balor's dressing room, and it seems like Finn Balor got attacked by an unknown assailant, and he's out of the planned main event with the Velveteen Dream, which sucks. So the only culprits I could think of is the Undisputed Era or Imperium, because Finn Balor's been having problems with Walter and Imperium. We saw Finn Balor last week take on Fabian Aichner, and then got his butt handed to him. Well, he won then. But the rest of Imperium beat him up, and that was that. All right, then after that, we go to the Performance Center, and we have the Velveteen Dream. Patrick Clark comes out, and he's about to talk, and then Adam Cole, baby, comes out by himself. He calls the planned main event a de facto #1 contenders match, and now the Dream wants to guarantee himself a shot with Finn out of the picture. So he's like, and then out of nowhere, Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong attack from behind, minus Kyle O'Reilly, where I have no idea what Kyle is. I think he's in England or something. I don't know where he is. He's like the enigma of the Undisputed Era. Where the hell is this guy? It's like Adam Page in AEW. Where the hell is he? Is he going to be coming back? We don't know. I don't even know if he's going to be at Double or Nothing at this point. If there is a tag title match, which I think there will be, but who knows? And who knows who it's against? If they're going to actually start the Adam Page, Nick Jackson, Who Done It storyline, and we find out that's Adam Page, and Adam Page's heel turn starts, or they're going to probably do it at Double or Nothing, where Adam Page reveals that he took out Nick Jackson and cost him and Kenny the belts. And I would think that the Bucks get the belts after that. We'll see. That's a month away. We'll do that. So Kyle, excuse me, not Kyle. Roddy and Bobby Fish attack him. They beat him up for a while. Adam Cole joins in, and then Keith Lee comes out to make the save. And guess we're gonna get in the main event a tag team match, player, between Adam Cole and Roddy Strong taking on Keith Lee and the Velveteen Dream. So that should be a pretty interesting tag team match, and we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that first segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right. Then we get to our first match of the evening. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez teaming up against Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Nox. Shotzi saved Tegan last week from a beatdown. So they're now a little bit of a tag team as they take on Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. And Tegan Nox has been having, all four ladies have been having problems with each other. Having problems with each other. So we get to this match, and the match was okay. It was all right. It starts off with Shotzi and Tegan in control, and then Raquel Gonzalez fights them off. Dakota Kai comes in, Shotzi cuts her off, then hits a cannonball in the ropes. Tags in Tegan, they send Raquel Gonzalez to the outside. Shotzi falls with a dive to the floor as we go to break. We come back. Raquel has control on Shotzi, tags in Dakota Kai, and they double team for a near fall. Dakota Kai goes for a running boot, and then Shotzi gets the hot tag to Tegan Nox. And Raquel Gonzalez comes in. Tegan gets in control with some chops, some clotheslines, and a headbutt. Gonzalez goes for a charge. She missed, and Tegan Nox falls with an insecurity. But gets cut off with a throwaway slam. Shotzi comes in, flies in with a seated senton for a near fall. And then all four women are in the ring. And Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox cancel each other out. While in the ring, Gonzalez picks up. Well, Shotzi was trying for a move, and Gonzalez countered into a one-armed choke slam, even though they called it a one-armed power bomb. I don't get that, but it is what it is. So she gets the win for her team in a match. I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And Raquel and Shotzi have some history and evolve, so that played out nicely. And you continue the Dakota Kai Tegan Nox feud, which is probably not going to end anytime soon, but we'll see what happens. So, like I said, 2.25 out of 5 stars for the match, and that was that. All right, then we get a highlight video of the Drake Maverick video, where he's basically almost crying when he got released. And basically, the match, he's still in the tournament, but this is like his goodbye series, goodbye matches and stuff like that. And he says that it could be the last of his career. He will give everything he has in the matches and wants to go out as the Cruiserweight champion. Whether that they give it to Drake before he leaves, that's up in the air. I still think it's going to be Kushida. Or, I don't know. It's either going to be Kushida or maybe Akira Tozawa. I don't know. But it is what it is. All right, so after that, I gave that a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we come back. We start off the Group A side of the brackets with our first match. Jake Atlas taking on Drake Maverick. Match was pretty solid. It was all right. Starts off with them locking up. Jake controls with some power moves early on. Drake counters back, and then they have a little bit of a standoff. And then Jake controls, and then Drake Maverick falls with some leg kicks, a drop kick, and some hurricanranas. Sends Jake to the floor. They go back in. Jake cuts him off with a backbreaker. Then he starts targeting that back a little bit, some ground and pound. Drake counters, and then Jake gets posted. Falls with some strides, some kicks, some uppercuts. Trips up Jake, and then hits a running boot. That's a dropkick and Tequila Sunrise fall after that. Jake escapes and goes to the outside. Drake hits a suicide dive to knock him down. And they go back in. He delivers the top rope elbow, not the Macho Man elbow. Yeah, but it was an elbow drop. Gets a near fall out of that. Goes for slice bread number 2. But Jake counters, hits a super kick. And then Drake fires back with some palm strikes. Then they go up top. Looked like Drake was trying for a superplex or a hurricanrana. And Jake counters into a cartwheel DDT. 1, 2, 3. He picks up the win and goes 1-0 in the Group A division. And picks up the win. Solid match. I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Finish was kind of cool with that cartwheel DDT. And if you haven't seen Jake Atlas, you need to watch Evolve, and you need to watch PWG, because he was in PWG. He was in Bola. It sucks it's not going to be Bola this year. I'm pissed off. I wanted to see Bola this year. I don't even think it's going to happen, but probably not. But it is what it is. And that's that. So Jake picks up the win. And that's that. So 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Afterwards, Mackenzie Mitchell comes in and congratulates Jake on his victory. Jake says he's on top of the world right now. And then Drake's getting helped to the back by the referee. And Jake wanted to say thank you to him or something. One good match or something like that. But Drake just goes to the back. And then Jake says Drake gave him a hell of a fight. 1 down, 2 to go. And that's that. So he's got Tony Nese and Kushida to worry about coming up in the next couple weeks. And we'll see what happens with that. So Jake Atlas picks up the win. And we'll see what happens with him in the Group A side of the tournament. All right. After that, we get I believe this is part 2 of the Keith Lee video package. And then we see Damian Priest. He says he does not care about Keith's family or his journey. All he cares about is the North American title. He has been giving chances to people he knew he could beat. He handpicked Cameron Grimes and Dominik Dijakovic, and he knew he could beat them. Talks about the triple threat that I believe a couple weeks ago. He says it wasn't his fault. It was William Regal's, but you couldn't beat him. He says he hits hard and you felt my power. I am the one man who can put limits on you. You call yourself a moment maker, and I have a moment for you. My first main event. But now I'm thinking of a bigger moment. When I beat you and become the new North American champion, my name will live forever. So continuously Damian Priest, Keith Lee saga, which will probably culminate with a North American title match coming up. I believe it's next week, actually. So we'll see if Keith Lee can fend off Damian Priest, or Damian Priest will win his first major title in NXT or in WWE as well, too. And then we'll see what happens with that. So I gave all that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right, then we get some video packages of Tony Nese and Kushida ahead of their match. And we get to the match, and it was a pretty good match for what it was. It's also with Nese controlling, talking some smack, and then posing because he is the premier athlete, former cruiserweight champ. Then he does some ground and pound. Kushida scrambles and they work into a little bit of a standoff. And then Nese grounds and pounds Kushida. Kushida counts and attacks the arm. Go to the ropes. Kushida follows with some strikes. And then Nese hits a cheap shot. Slams Kushida off the ropes and over the ropes to the floor, where Nese shoots him into the barricades a couple of times. Then again, Nese is still in control. Kushida comes back, follows with a flying clothesline. But Nese cuts him off again, dumps him into the barricades again on the outsides. We go to break. Come back. Nese is still in control. With some chops. They go back and forth. Stuns him again off the ropes. Goes for a springboard moonsault, but he missed. Kushida hits the back handspring elbow and then a cartwheel drop kick. Then he starts attacking the arm of Tony Nese. Then he delivers some kicks. Nese counts until Kushida gets the hanging Kimura lock. Well, not the hoverboard lock, but off the ropes. Nese goes on the outside into a suplex. And he goes up top. Kushida falls, but Nese shoves him off and hits a 450 for a near fall. Kushida comes back with a shorty! That guy named Jushin Thunder Liger and Cheeseburger ripped him off, but it is what it is. So Kushida did the palm strike. He hits another one, heads up top. Nese cuts him off, follows him up, but Kushida counts into a Spanish fly, like Joel Maximo. And then right into the hoverboard lock, and Nese taps out. So Kushida picks up his first win in the tournament. And the match was pretty good. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Solid match. Nese looked pretty strong. And now you got to give it to Tony Nese. Over the last couple of weeks, he's put on some pretty decent matches, especially on 205 Live. Not that I watch 205 Live, but he's been putting on some pretty good matches. And, you know, Tony Nese could be the dark horse of this tournament and possibly win it again. You know, he won the belt at WrestleMania 35. Who says he can win it again? And we'll see what happens with that. So, but Kushida picks up the victory. He goes to 1-0, and we'll see what happens with him in his matches with Jake Atlas and Drake Maverick in that side of the tournament. And that's that. And we move on from there. I think next week we'll have Group B action with the second matches in the tournament, or something like that. That's that. We'll see what happens with that. All right, then we got Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher, the new tag team champions. Well, actually, Timothy Thatcher, you know, he debuts, becomes a champion. Go figure, since he's subbing for Pete fucking Dunne. They're interviewed backstage by, I believe it was Mackenzie Mitchell. Riddle loves tea time, not that tea time with Charlotte and Becky tea time, but tea time. But he misses his former tag team partner, Pete Dunne. Thatcher says he likes to make people tap, while Riddle likes it when people are knocked out. He says Tim's green eyes remind him of Pete, but Tim says, my eyes are brown. Brown, green, whatever. And then Matt Riddle says they'll show the world next week how beautiful Tim is. Okay. You know? It's like one of those... It's like a weird tag team that Riddle and Thatcher are. I mean, they've been in Evolve. They beat the living Jesus out of each other in Evolve. Now they're tag team champions. I still think when this fucking virus ends, hopefully Pete Dunne can come over and maybe they'll have a little bit of a rift. Not Aaron rift, but they'll have a little bit of a rift. And then eventually they'll lose the titles and they'll probably get like a 3-way Evolve match. That'll be fucking epic. Pete Dunne was in Evolve. I don't think he was. But Riddle, Thatcher, and Pete Dunne in a 3-way match would be fucking epic. But I don't know if we're gonna see that anytime soon. And that's that. We'll see. All right. Excuse me. All right, then we got a Killer Cross video. That was pretty nice. I liked Scarlett Bordeaux's picture on her Twitter page with her boot and just fire surrounding it. That was pretty cool. So Scarlett Bordeaux is going to be with her man Killer Cross when he debuts, the Killer Smoke Show. I can't wait for that. And see what happens with Killer Cross. All right, after that, we get a weird segment with the Garganos. Johnny Gargano and his wife, Candice LeRae. They're eating dinner, I suppose. John says that his fairy tale ending came true when he married Candice. They've been married for a while. I think they're married a couple, like 10 years, I think. Because I think they Johnny, I think, is like 30 or 40 years old. Candice is like 30 years old, something like that. As far as I know, because I only knew about Candice from PWG and those, and the whole thing with Candice and Joey Ryan. Their podcast, they're teaming up in PWG, and their hellacious freaking guerrilla warfare match with the Bucks over the PWG tag team belts, where Candice and Joey won the belts that night. Oh my God, Candice was bleeding like a woman on her period. Holy shit! I mean, if you haven't watched that, go YouTube it. It's fucking sick. That's that. Anyway, so Johnny says he got another fairy tale ending when he became the first Triple Crown winner, winning the tag belts with Ciampa, winning the NXT Championship, and then winning the North American title from the Velveteen Dream. After that, first one ever to do that. And Adam Cole might be the next one, because Adam Cole's won the North American title and the world title. All he has to do is win the tag team belts with whoever he decides to team up with. It could be Bobby Fish, or Kyle O'Reilly, or Roddy. They get the tag belts back. He'd be a Triple Crown winner, but we'll see what happens. He says nobody believed he'd be the heart and soul of NXT, or that he was better than Ciampa, but he did. And then Candice comes in and says she also believed. That's a good song by In This Moment. One of my favorite songs by In This Moment. You Always Believed. Great song. One of my favorite songs. Johnny says that the real fairy tale was believing that being nice was the road to success. His kindness was taken advantage of. Caused Ciampa a dirtbag and got everything handed to him. He's sick of waving the NXT flag on top of a mountain of appreciation, while Candice says she's also unappreciated. She's the big sister of the locker room and put those women ahead of herself. But she's no longer going to be second fiddle. She wants to be the top of the food chain in the women's division. Well, you got a long way to go, Candice. You got Mia Yim and Rhea Ripley and Charlotte and Io. You got a long way to go there, Candice. So, if you want to get to the top of the food chain, you got to beat all those ladies. And, good luck with that. So they have dinner, and Johnny tells her, "You go first. You eat. I'm just gonna sit here and watch you eat and become hungry." They say they can only trust each other, and their plan is to reign together as the first married couple to win the women's and NXT championship, but not the first couple to win the women's title or the world title, because that was, as we all know, Triple H and Stephanie. But I see where Candice is coming from. She wants to be the first married couple to win the NXT Women's Championship and the NXT World Title. I see where she's getting at. They say the good guys win, and they will get what they deserve. And we'll see what happens with them as we move on. With that, I wouldn't mind another Gargano title reign. I just don't think he's going to beat somebody like Adam Cole, Bebe, or the Velveteen Dream. But it would be nice to see Gargano with the title, maybe for more time than he held the world title, which he lost to Adam Cole, Bebe, and that hellacious 2 out of 3. I think it was the ladder match or the 2 out of 3 falls match, I believe. I think it was a 2 out of 3 falls match. So we get that, and we're gonna move on from there. So I gave all that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we got a nice video package of my third wife, Io Shirai, discussing why she has been waiting so long to face Charlotte. She says she will destroy the castle where the queen lives because she bows down to no one except me and my dick. but you knew that already. And that's that. So we'll see what happens with Io in the next coming weeks, as she is the #1 contender to Charlotte's NXT title. And we'll see what happens with that. I hope she wins, but logic will tell you that Charlotte's going to beat Io and just run through the entire NXT roster. She already beat Kaden Carter. I mean, she's got Mia Yim next week. She's probably going to beat Mia. And then right after that, she's going to beat Io, and she's going to beat Aaliyah, probably beat Candice, probably beat Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai, and maybe Raquel Gonzalez, and Shotzi Blackheart. And then Rhea's going to come back and hopefully beat Charlotte and get her title back, and Charlotte will go back to Raw or SmackDown and probably win the Raw or SmackDown women's title for the 12th time, and nobody will give two shits. And that's that. So, but fuck Charlotte, and that's that. All right, then we get a Drake Maverick interview. He's in tears and says Jake Atlas is great. Everyone's fighting their opponent, but he's fighting his opponent and himself. He says maybe people were right about him, meaning the critics of Drake Maverick, and that's why they're about to release him. Well, he's already released. Because I don't know if these NXTs were taped in advance before the release, or I don't know what's going on, but that's that. So we'll see what happens with Drake next coming weeks, and hopefully he gets a win. I know I'm not really pulling for him, but I hope he gets maybe to the finals of this tournament, or has the best record, and we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and we move on from there. All right, then we get Mia Yim taking on Jessi Kamea. Kamehameha? No. Kind of your squash match of the week. 3-minute suckfest. Just to showcase Mia and making her look strong in her match next week with Charlotte. Kamea got a little bit of offense in. Mia comes back with a tackle. Kamea falls with a tackle of her own. Yim falls with another, delivers some kicks and a cover for a near fall. They go back and forth again. Kamea counts for a near fall. Falls for some ground and pound, some clubbing strikes. Mia comes back. Kamea falls with a twisting elbow drop for a near fall. And then Mia fires back with some clotheslines, and then an STO, and then protect your neck fouls, and she picks up the victory. Match gave 2 out of 5 stars. And that was that. So Mia looks strong ahead of her match with Charlotte, and hopefully she beats the crap out of Charlotte, but we all know that Charlotte's going to beat Mia, and it's going to suck, and that's all that. All that. So 2 out of 5 stars for that. And speaking of Charlotte, she comes out, reminds Mia that she wants a match with her, so we're going to get that next week. Mia says it would be an honor to face her since she faced Charlotte back when Mia kind of was a rookie in NXT. Charlotte thanks her for helping to make her a star 5 years ago. She calls Mia a good hand and hopes to return the favor this week. And so I guess me, Charlotte with that good hand comment was like, "Oh, you were just a jobber. You just made me be, maybe a star when I was just becoming a star in NXT." Blah 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 blah. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens next week in the match with Mia Yim and Charlotte. And don't like Mia's chances, and that's all I gotta say about that. As much as I love Mia Yim, and that's all I gotta say. All right. And I'll get to the comments in a little bit. So we got Cabal in the chat, so welcome, Cabal. All right, then we get to a Chelsea Green video. She's doing a bikini photo shoot. Damn you, Zack Ryder! Damn you! Because Chelsea Green was looking kind of hot. Here's what it is. Robert Stone cuts a promo by the pool, putting over Chelsea as a megastar, calls her the face of the division. Not even close. They're Robbie E. Not the face of the division. No, I don't think so. He says no woman in the division, even Rhea Ripley, has her combination of beauty, brains, and skills. So yeah. So basically, they're kind of maybe teasing a Rhea Ripley Chelsea Green feud, and Rhea's gonna beat the living shit out of her to get back to the NXT Women's title. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, just putting over Chelsea. Chelsea looking hot. That's all that matters. The Robert Stone brand. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. And that was that. And we're going to move on from there. All right, then we get to the next match in the Group A side of the Cruiserweight tournament. We had El Hijo de Fantasma taking on Jack Gallagher. Another good match. They go back and forth. And they circle. And I got to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. All right, I apologize for that quick bathroom break. It was a number 2. And yes, I did wash my hands. That's all I like to say about that. All right, so like I said, so where was I? All right. So we get to El Hijo de Fantasma versus Jack Gallagher. Pretty good match, like I said. They trade strikes to the begin, and then they circle around each other. Fantasma grounds and pounds things. So Jack counts and starts working on his arm. Grabs at the mask. Then they pick up the pace a little bit. Fantasma hits a drop kick for a near fall. Jack comes back, picks up a couple of near falls of his own. Dumps Fantasma to the floor, works him over on the floor. Follows with some uppercuts and then some strikes, but Fantasma hits an enziguri. He sends Jack to the floor, falls with a suicide plancha. As we go to break, we come back. Jack fires back with some kicks, and they go back in. He gets a cover for a near fall. Then he grounds and pounds, attacking the arm of Fantasma, but Fantasma comes back, hits some clotheslines. Jack comes back. Fantasma counts into a super kick, falls with a suicide dive to the outside. They go back in. Fantasma falls with some strikes, a back elbow, and then gets an inside cradle for a near fall. Jack comes back, attacking the mask once again, cradles him up for a near fall. Then he hits that wicked headbutt of his for a near fall. Goes for the gentleman's dropkick. Fantasma hits the thrill of the hunt for the win. As we all know, El Hijo de Fantasma was that guy in Lucha Underground. You know who he is. I can't even remember his name. Oh, King Cueno. He was King Cueno. I just want to point that out. But I think you knew that already. But good match. El Hijo de Fantasma joins Kushida in the win column. I can't wait for that match. That should be a pretty fun match with Kushida and El Hijo de Fantasma. But he looked pretty good. Gallagher gave him a little bit of a run for his money. But still, he won. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's that for the A side of the cruiserweight tournament. We're going to begin the second matches in the tournament next week in the Group B side. So we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. Afterwards, the Lucha Ninjas try to kidnap El Hijo del Fantasma, but he fights him off, and that's that. And a lot of people are saying that he was the guy that was leading to Joaquin Wilde and the other guy, I forgot his name, getting abducted. But I don't know if it was him or not. We don't know. Maybe he's kind of trying to form a little faction in NXT. Who knows? And that's that. All right, then we get to the main event. It was supposed to be the Velveteen Dream and Keith Lee taking on Adam Cole, baby, and Roderick Strong. This match was kind of a clusterfuck. I didn't know what exactly was going on. I understand, the whole thing with Velveteen Dream and Adam Cole, and then the whole thing with Keith Lee and Damian Priest getting involved in this whole thing. But somebody interesting came into the picture, and I want to see where this goes. And that's that. But the match itself was kind of a bleh match. We had Bobby Fish at ringside. So also with the Undisputed Era attacking, they all start fighting. Dream chases Bobby Fish away as the ref tosses him out. He's like, "You are out." And then Damian Priest comes out during this whole melee, takes out Keith Lee with a nightstick, and Keith Lee cannot continue, so Velveteen Dream's on his own as we go to break. Come back, Roddy's working over the Dream, mocking it. He starts mocking him, saying, "Who you had nobody to tag to, you had no friends." And then Adam Cole joins in. They double team him. Cole goes for a near fall. Roddy comes back in with some backbreakers. Goes for a near fall. And then out of nowhere, Dexter Lumis, otherwise known as Sam Shaw, he comes out. Something on my computer. He comes out and he gets on the apron and he's sticking out his hand. So I guess he's going to be his partner now. So Dream comes back, hits a Dream Valley driver, gets the hot tag to Dexter Lumis. He goes nuts with some strikes, looks over Adam Cole, then he hits a spine buster or 2 or 3 on Roddy. And then Bobby Fish comes back to ringside. Lumis hits a cannonball to the floor, knocking them all down. And then while inside the ring, Dream hits the Purple Rainmaker on Adam Cole and picks up the win for his team. So match was I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. But like I said, I can see where they're going with this, the whole Velveteen Dream Adam Cole saga that's going to culminate with their match. I don't know when. And Velveteen Dream is going to win the world title because Adam Cole's held it for over a year now. And as much as I want him to go 2 years, kind of like what Shayna Baszler did, but probably not going to happen. Or Asuka, you can go there too. But first the storyline, first the Keith Lee, Damian Priest saga that's going to culminate next week. And then you bring in Dexter Lumis, who could be a wild card into this whole schmagoogle of a world title picture. But it is what it is. I mean, I like the Velveteen Dream, but his presence, without a crowd kind of diminishes everything. And that's that. And his value right now, I mean, they're pushing him to the moon with this whole thing with Cole. He's going to get the NXT world title, obviously, from Adam Cole. And Cole's going to probably go back into obscurity with the Undisputed Era. Cole gets his rematch and probably lose that. And then I don't know what they're going to do with the Undisputed Era. It's probably still going to be in the tag title picture and the North American title picture with Roddy and Adam Cole probably be in that picture too. I just don't know what's going to happen after the Velveteen Dream wins the belt. I don't know what's going to happen, but then you're throwing Dexter Lumis, who is kind of weird, but you throw him in, and you have another challenger for Adam Cole, and probably one of his toughest challengers to date. And we'll see what happens with that, as we're gonna move on from there. So that's that for NXT. Pretty decent show. So I gave it 6 out of 10 stars for the whole episode. Wasn't a great episode, but pretty solid, if you want to put it that way. And that's all I got to say about that. So let's consult the chat for a little bit before we end shop. We had Cabal, sup P Jizzle. Well, what's up with you, Cabal? He says Keith Lee is the man. Yes, he is. And as you know, Cabal, we all have to bask in his glory. And if you're not basking in Keith Lee's glory, there's something wrong with you. And that's that. And we move on from there. All right, good buddy Nick Infante 92 says hi. And did you see SmackDown? Yes, I did. I watched all SmackDown. I'm going to be doing my review in just a little bit. So stay tuned and join in the chat for that stream. But I'll get to that in a little bit. Probably give me about another 10, maybe 15 minutes to a half hour, and I'll get to that video. Maybe sooner. I'm going to try to get it up as soon as I can. And that's that. So. And we're going to get that. But I did see SmackDown, and SmackDown was okay. You know, the whole thing with Triple H's celebration near the end was it was funny at times. I mean, it just it would have been better with a crowd. And Nick will be here for the SmackDown stream. Like I said, coming up in a couple minutes. Yeah, but the Triple H celebration with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, with him, and then he had Ric Flair, the Road Dogg, Jesse James, or Brian Armstrong, whatever you want to call him, and his wife Stephanie on FaceTime was kind of funny. Then Vince comes out, and then he leaves and he turns off the lights on Triple H and Shawn Michaels. That was kind of funny. But still, SmackDown was kind of boring in my eyes. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. And that's that. So that's it for NXT. Thank you all for watching and joining in the chat. And got my SmackDown review coming in just a little bit on the Killer of Demons channel. So go over to that channel in a little bit, and we'll get the stream up on Facebook and Twitter. And we'll have a nice little chat for a while. And then I'm going to go to bed, because I got to work early in the morning tomorrow. Going to be a pain in my ass day. You know, but at least I have the morning shift and I get out early, so I have the rest of Saturday off and all day Sunday off, and then I go back in Monday morning. So, because I'm an essential worker, because you got to love it. Hoping to get my check tomorrow in the mail. Still waiting on that stimulus check, which they're supposedly going out Monday. So hopefully I'll be getting that in the next week or so, next week or 2 or 3 or 4. Because I'd love to have it, because I want to use half of it for my vacation in July. So I can order I can put out the order to the airline, get me and my lovely girlfriend Rose's ticket to Florida for a week in late July around her birthday, so we can celebrate her birthday with my grandson and her daughter. That'd be nice. Then I come back and finish off the rest of July. Then I want to take a mini vacation in August. I'm hoping by then Atlantic City reopens. I don't know. Depends on a good governor here in Jersey. So hopefully, I can go to Jersey for the weekend. I can take like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I can use whatever amount of vacation days I have left and use those up. And that'll be that. And then I start a new cycle. Going to be my 3rd year, going on 3 years at my job. So my sick days come back. See how many sick days I get, and my vacation time for next year. I could take it early next year. I could take it late. Like I usually like to take my vacation in the summer, because if I take it in the winter, I lose that time, and then I have to work all summer, which I sucks. But still, I'd rather do it in the summertime, in like late June or July, and then have a nice week off or two. I'm hoping to get like a lot of vacation time next year. Like maybe I have 49 hours, 49 and a half hours this cycle. So about a little over a week and a half. Maybe, about a little over a week and a half. But I'm gonna split it up a little bit. And hopefully next year I get like around 60 to maybe 65 hours. So I get 2 weeks. So I can take a mini vacation early, like maybe in December or January. I can go to Florida because it's gonna be a little bit warmer there. Get out of the cold, and then take my second vacation in July, and we'll see what happens with that. But we'll move on from there. Nick says you're not the only one waiting for a stimulus check. Yeah, we all are, actually. I mean, some people have got it already through direct deposit, but I think most of America are getting it in the mail, because they did their tax returns through the mail, through a they used an accountant, or they did it online, with TurboTax and all those other ways you can do your taxes online. That's what I'm thinking is happening. But I'm hearing that the checks are going out Monday. Don't quote me on it, but I heard on Facebook that they're going to start mailing like a lot of checks. I don't know how many checks. I think it was like 6 million or 600,000 checks on Monday. So be on the lookout. So you might get a check next week. A nice fat $1,200 check next week, or $2,400 if you're married and have kids. Might get a big check next week, depending on how much you make. If you make under $75,000, you get a nice $1,200 check or a $2,400 check. If you make more than that, well, you're kind of screwed. Fortunately, I don't make $75,000. I wish I did, but I'm happy with the money I make each year at my job, and I'm working more hours now, so I'm getting a little bit more pay, which is good because I need money to pay my bills off and everything. And that's that. So your stimulus checks will come real soon. I hope everybody gets it and quickly, and don't waste it all. Like, some people are going to be wasting it. I know that. Me and my girlfriend are going to get half to my mom. My mom's getting her own check. My dad's getting his own check. So they're going to be rolling in the Doughboy. That's that, and we'll see what happens with that as we move on from there. All right, so that's it for NXT. Like I said, 6 out of 10 stars for the show. It was pretty good, and we'll see what happens next week on the program with Mia Yim and Charlotte. And I believe next week we'll also get Keith Lee defending the North American title against Damian Priest, and we'll see what happens with that. Should be pretty good next week on NXT, and that's all I guess to say about that. So thank you all for watching. Thanks, Nick and Cabal, for coming in to chat. A little bit, give me like about 15, 20 minutes, and I'll put up the SmackDown stream, and we'll have a nice long conversation. Not too long, because I got to work tomorrow morning, so not gonna be too long. But we'll talk some wrestling. We'll talk about Brock Lesnar getting released. Oh yeah, that was the big news today. Brock Lesnar getting released from the WWE. And I'm not making that up either. I'm not making it up. Brock Lesnar got released today, even though his contract is up now. He's done with the WWE, so he's probably going back to the MMA, maybe having a fight or 2 or 3. I don't know. I don't know what the. Besides fucking Sable, I don't know what else he's gonna do. That's all I gotta say about that. So thank you all for watching. Join me over on the Killer Demons channel in a little bit for my SmackDown review. And continue to subscribe to this channel and all my other channels as well down below. Keep friending me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Twitter link down below in the description box. And if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat, my next live stream, or you can put it down below in the comment section of this video, or hit me up via Facebook and Twitter. And maybe probably by Memorial Day, we'll do a live Q&A. I'll try to get some people in. I'll put the link out on Facebook and Twitter, probably around Memorial Day weekend or on Memorial Day. I'll see if I can get off that day. But probably around Memorial Day, maybe after Memorial Day, we'll do a live Q&A. And hopefully we get a lot of questions, a lot of people in the chat and on viewing on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And that's that. So that is it for now. Join me over on Killer Demons a little bit for my SmackDown review, and that's that. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace, bitches.